Flytanium carbon fiber scales with the Spyderco Manix 2 XL with the DLC and the blacked out stainless steel liners. I got the scales in today along with some silver just to polish titanium screws. And this is from Rockscale Design. These two are from Knife Works or Knives Plus. I don't remember exactly where I got them. Let me take a peek here. I'll tell you. They're at Knives Plus. So Flytanium is pretty much everywhere, but they had the Manix 2, XL carbon scales. I haven't seen those. They make it for just about everything. The PM2. They make copper. They make titanium, obviously. They do a lot of Benchmade knives, freaks, just a ton of different models. This is my first Flytanium I've bought in carbon scales for, my 0909 ZT. I got this Artemis or a Sungab, whatever it is, the guy from Czechoslovakia. Really high quality stuff. And I've got the Rogue Blade Works carbon fiber for the Benchmade bug out, which were very high quality. I think these are made in China. That's why there's lower cost. They were $67, which is, there's really no contouring. There's nothing special here. They're flat. But, that's probably $30-40 cheaper than what you get from the custom, the one-off guys. I'm sure they're doing them in bulk in China. So Knives Plus had these, and then the knife. If you're interested in the, everybody knows about the Manix 2 XL, but it's about $169 for the DLC map. And I said last night my hands were large. My hands are XL to double XL, and this thing just fits like a glove. It's just perfect. I don't know why I ended up getting the scales. These actually give better texture and everything, but since I've been into collecting Spydercos, I've always wanted that Sprint Run that had the S90V blade and the Peel-Ply carbon fiber, so I kind of made my own. Pretty high quality. The hole here, you have to be careful when you pull these off because it is flared onto the scale. You just got to be careful so when you pull them off, you don't make a mess out of this. And this was actually a tighter tolerance than, say, like those Carbodi scales I did for the clear S110V Manix 2, where the holes on some of them were so loose you could see guys on the internet that were having pinch problems right here. These are actually small enough where you need to work. I actually should have gotten out, some sandpaper or maybe a little Dremel and done it a little bit at a time, but I just kind of muscled it on there. And, it did a decent job, but you got to be careful. This side you could see I flared just a tiny bit. It's really hard to see where I flared the outside of it, pushing it through. This side I took my time and it came out a lot better. It's tight. You can't see any light through it. The scales are flat. The knife's centered up perfectly. The blade's tight. So, I'm looking forward to carrying this now. I don't know if I'm going to get a deep carry clipper knob. I'll have to see how this actually rides. Where you can see, it's going to, that much of the knife, it is a big knife, but that much is going to be above your pocket. Stellar action already. If you haven't had if you like bigger knives and you haven't had a Manix 2 XL like me on your radar, I'd highly recommend this blade. And then, I did the carbon fiber because I've been interested in getting a copper knife, but a lot of those copper options from Flytanium and the other companies, they add a ton of weight to an already heavy knife. So this actually lightens it a tad, not much, but I'm not adding weight to it. Especially a big knife like this. You add copper onto this thing, it's going to be a tank, 7 ounces probably. So the Manix 2 XL with the Flytanium carbon fiber scales.